Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to the next episode of the SWE World Cup of Wrestling. We are now into our final two matches of Group B and these will decide what is currently the tightest group we have in this World Cup. Tonight, it's Japan versus Australia. And here's our opening match of the evening. Okada takes on Thorne. Now this is very interesting. This is third in the group versus fourth in the group because Japan currently on 4, Australia on 5. Now, if we go through the group quickly, we have got, it's very, very tight. India on 7, England on 6, Japan on 4, Australia on 3. Now, Japan, I feel like need a very strong victory here if they want to stand a huge chance of going through. And I feel like this is the best match for them, really. On paper, this is very one-sided. The whole night is very one-sided on paper. Of course, both India and England had decent results against Australia. I think they both got 4-1. No, I think India got 4-1. I think England got 3-2. Yeah, that looks about right. So Japan will be looking to match that, if not get a 5-0 win. A 4-1 would put Japan on 8 points, which would put them one ahead of India and 2 ahead of England, which is not amazing, is it? One thing Japan really need is a very dominant victory for either side in that England versus India match. If it goes as an even result, if it goes at like 3-2 or something like that, then it's going to be very, very tricky for them. I don't think they'll be able to do it, actually. If it does go 3-2, like 3-2 to England, yeah, it depends. Japan would need a 5-0 win to avoid a 3-2 win. There's so many different possibilities at the moment because it is really up in the air. There's so many different possibilities. Like I said, this is the closest group so far. 7, 6, 4, and 3. Has any more? We got an 8, 6, 4, and 2, and we've got an 8, 7, 5, and 0 in Group D. So there's a few close groups. But I think this one is the one that's got the most close because Australia's still in this one. You know, a 5-0 win to Australia against Japan could see them go through. Odds of Australia beating Japan 5-0 very limited. Very, very limited. Very, very limited. But this should be... I'm looking forward to this. Although this could end up being a really short episode. This could be 4 squash matches for all we know. Oh, wow. If Thorne had pulled that off, I tell you. Sorry, my door just opened by itself and I got freaked out. I think it's just the wind. Although next door's cat is making himself very much at home recently. Wandering in. Stealing my food. Okada now bringing Thorne back up to his feet. Now up looking for that backdrop. So no squash match. As of yet. But Okada now draping Thorne over the middle rope. Nice there by Okada. Now mounts up the middle rope, and I feel like Okada could dominate this one. He is in control now. He didn't quite hit it there as he intended to, and that's given Thorne a chance to get back in. And there's his single leg drop kick. Nice Russian leg sweep there by Thorne as well. And Thorne doing pretty well here, actually. But Okada is just too dominant, really, isn't he? He takes control back so easily. But nice standing moonsault there by Thorne as well. And might just pull this off, you know. One of the biggest wins of Thorne's career if he pulls this off, don't get me wrong. He just about hit that. I don't think it was perfect. A lot of damage done to himself at the same time. Thorne now rolling Okada through and wrenching back at the arm. Looking for submissions, but Okada knows how important every single point is going to be here this evening. All Okada really wants is just to finish equal points to one of the top two teams and get that buffer match. I think Japan will be very disappointed themselves, only getting 4 points from both England and India together. That's very disappointing for them. That could cost them. I mean, all three teams should defeat Australia pretty easily, but yeah, it's a tricky one. There's a lot to do with the matches between each other. It's going to be the difficult thing, I think, isn't it? That's going to be the real decider. Thorne is doing fantastic, though, isn't he? Really, really well. Okada now dragging Thorne away from the corner. And I'm surprised Thorne's lasted as long. I really thought Okada might have him quick and easy here today. Nice snapmare. Just on paper, it just seemed too one-sided for me. Nice. Okada jumping out of the back of that backdrop and into a German on Shane Thorne. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Second German. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip for a trifecta of German suplexes there by Okada. Now taking Thorne up, looking for the tombstone. Pile driver. Very close to the ropes, though. He's going to drag him away. No. Thorne able to break free, but now Okada getting behind Thorne. And I thought was going to go for that ripcord, but against it. Well, I say ripcord. Rainmaker clothesline, eh? Ripcord knee is something on the other side. Okada, nice Death Valley driver there on Shane Thorne. Only one count. Can't believe it's only one count, to be honest with you, but... Okada now stalking the ground if Thorne brings him back up to his feet, but has some little more has some more offense he wants to do. I'm coughing now. I'm so fucking tired. I'm really struggling. I've been out and done a bit of Pokemon Go today, and it's I was out and about for about 4 hours walking around. I've absolutely knackered myself out now. Okada locking in the STF on Thorne. Will we see? Yes, Thorne taps out to the STF, and Okada gets the victory. Weren't expecting to get a victory from that submission, to be honest. I thought it might have been a little bit longer trying to hit that Rainmaker, but Okada gets the point, and that moves Japan... Well, nowhere, actually. Puts up to 5 points, though. 1 point beneath England and 2 points beneath India. I really think India's going to get through this, you know. I think it's England who could be in danger, but if England get a really strong win against India, then that could be the case. Actually, I think. In theory. Definitely in theory. And there was the STF locked in. And it was too much shame for middle of the ring. He weren't going to escape from that, was he? And Okada gets the victory. Victory! 1-0 up on the night for Japan. But they need a lot more than that. They need a 5-0 really, don't they? They really do, I think. Great win, though. And here is our second match of the evening as Hiroshi Tanahashi takes on Nick Millar. Now, it's 1-0 to Japan at the moment. Like I said, they need much more than that, though. I feel like Japan really need a... They need the 5-0 win, really. To stand the best chance. Of course, it stands the best chance, but it might be the only chance, to be honest. A 5-0 win would put them 2 ahead of India and 3 ahead of England. So they'll be hoping for a 4-1 win either way there, which is very possible. But Japan have caused this themselves. They really have. They really have caused this themselves. The poor performances against, like I said, India and England really has caused them problems. The architect of their own downfalls, aren't they, really? I'm really enjoying this World. I'm hoping you guys are as well. I keep saying it every episode, but I'm really enjoying this World Cup. It's been a long time since I've been able to record so much of it and still be this into it at the same time. I'm really getting a second life for this game. Now, I really do enjoy tournaments, I think. For me, that's the big one, I think. Getting the tournaments in there. I really try and do the storyline and everything, but it's just so difficult with doing the promos and shit like that. It's just really difficult. I don't know if it even works, to be honest, or whether it's just best off to tell a story via what happens in the ring rather than try and do promos and that sort of bull crap. They're corner malarkey. Who knows? Who the hell knows? And of course, Tanahashi's opponent is going to be Nick Miller. Of course, had a decent run so far, actually. I can't remember if he's got any wins or anything like that, but my memory deceives me at this point in time. I've recorded that many episodes now, I'm lost. But I feel like he's actually performed very, very well in all the matches, hasn't he, really? Performed very, very well. And it's good to see him do so well, to be honest. But this might be a step too far for him, to be honest with you. Might just be a step too far. Tanahashi is one of the world's best. And Nick Miller has the chance to prove exactly how good he is now. Bell goes, we are underway, and Nick Miller straight away off the bat with the Northern Light suplex. Similar to the way that Shane Thorne came running out of the blocks and trying to take down Okada, but it's not a sprint. Of course, it is a marathon in these sort of matches. Very difficult to win in the first few minutes. But it's all about surviving. Nice elbow drop there by Nick Miller. Nick Miller now looking for the elbow in the, or the knee in the back, should I say. Don't know if I asked my elbow now, do I? But Tanahashi does avoid it and catches him with the drop toe hold. And now looking for that dragon screw, and all of a sudden now Tanahashi taking some control. Nick Miller now bringing Tanahashi back up to his feet. But Miller fighting back, but Tanahashi just blocking him off, using his strength. Nice takedown there by Tanahashi. And Tanahashi is taking more and more control. Tanahashi once again going after that leg and the knee. Of course, we saw him go after the dragon screw a couple of times, and now hitting that shin breaker as well. Now looking for the elbow drop to the back. Only for a 2 count though, not quite enough yet. Tanahashi reverse Bloody Sunday on Nick Miller. Nick Miller fighting his way back up to his feet though, catching Tanahashi with the fist in the face, now looking for the neckbreaker. Neckbreaker! Neckbreaker! Nick Miller now bringing Tanahashi back up, but Tanahashi fighting back with the right hand. Nice dropkick again. Taking out the knee of Nick Miller. He's really going for that, isn't he? Really going after that. Pinned by Tanahashi. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Tanahashi though stalking the ground, and Nick Miller trying to decide his next port of call. Sorry, my screen just bugged out. Oh my god, I can't believe that. My screen bugged out, and as it bugged out, bloody Tanahashi picked the win. I cannot believe that. My screen's not bugged out for ages, and it went. Oh well, it's 2-0 to Japan. You saw what happened. I didn't. I get a chance here. No, this was the elbow drop to the back. Tanahashi must have hit the high fly flow at some point then. I can't believe I bloody missed it. There's a sling blade. Was the sling blade enough? Shit, it was. It should have been, in fairness, but there we go. That just shows how far advanced Japan is to Australia. No, it wasn't enough. Okay. Then it was a high fly flow. There it is. Boom. Massive frog splash gets the win, of course. Tanahashi makes it 2-0 to Japan on the night, which now puts them equal points with England, but with only 3 more points they can get hold of tonight, and they are going to need all 3 to really give themselves the best opportunity of getting through to the next round. Of course, we already know that New Zealand will be facing off against the second position team in Group B, and the US will be taking on the winners of Group B, which could be India. And here is the third and final singles match of the evening. It is Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Buddy Murphy. Here we go. Buddy Murphy's actually been fantastic so far. I think he might have actually got all his wins so far, actually, is he? Am I wrong? I don't know, actually. Well, I haven't got a Foggy at this point in time. I thought I had it right, but I might be wrong. It's very possible. You know what I'm like by now. You know I'm citation needed on everything I say, because a lot of it is complete and utter bollocks, to be honest with you, but I like to pretend I know what I'm on about. If you don't check my facts, then I'm actually one of the most intelligent people ever. If you do check my facts, then yeah, it's iffy, isn't it? I don't bloody know. Either way, Shinsuke Nakamura is making his way to the ring, knowing how important this is, knowing how important the final part, the final point could be here. I can say if Japan can get all 5 points here, then that'll put them in a much better position to get through to the next round than it would do if they only got 3 points, or 4 points, of course. And that's one of the most stupid and basic sentences I've ever said, ever, but it does make sense. They need to win every single point here to guarantee themselves the best opportunity of going through. So far, they've got 2 out of 2. Nakamura, if he can make it, 3 out of 3, but Buddy Murphy has been fantastic. Buddy Murphy, I believe, has won both of his matches so far, including a victory over Zack Sabre Jr.? Is that right? It doesn't sound right when I say it, but I think it is right, you know. I think it is just about right. But Nakamura milking this. He's not at the best. Oh, has he? I'm really lost now. My paperwork's on the other side of the room. I can't remember who's won what or what, this, that, and the other. But either way, it's all down to the future, isn't it? Doesn't matter what's happened before this match. It all matters who walks out this match with that point. Australia now, I believe, have been knocked out. Yeah, Australia. Well, no. Yeah. Well. Not technically. If Australia win this singles match and the 6-man tag, and then India beat England 5-0, then Australia will go joint points with England and Japan. Can't see that happening though, to be honest with you. So for me, it's all down to Japan, India and England at this point in time. 1 more point for Japan will mean that Australia are definitely knocked out of this competition. And I really do feel like Buddy Murphy might come a cropper. And if Buddy Murphy doesn't come a cropper, then he's done impressively well. To get the victories he's got has been absolutely outstanding. And he has really proved himself to be another level in this this competition, really. And it'd be nice on 2K18, because, or 2K19 should I say, because I'm assuming he's going to be part of the game again. Of course, he was on last year's game, and they took him off for some bizarre reason. I'm not sure why, but there you go. Right, so we are ready now for the entrance of Buddy Murphy. Nakamura's entrance is just crazily long, isn't it? I could have gone to bed half an hour ago if it wasn't for the Nakamura's entrance. Nakamura. I'm a little bit disappointed with his run so far on the main roster. He's not been given the same freedom. I'll see if I can say it. It must be something to do with the writing, or... Why is that Y so far away from the rest of the word? It must be something to do with that, or the road agents, whatever it is, because... In New Japan, Nakamura was putting out some incredible matches. In NXT, Nakamura's debut against Sami Zayn was incredible as well. Yet we're yet to see it really in WWE's main roster, and that's the problem. We've seen better matches. I think he's won against AJ Styles on SmackDown, was probably the better match we've seen from them together. But still, there's just more to this one for me. There's a big match waiting to come, a really special match waiting to come. And I think if they ever wanted to bring back the Iron Man match format, I think that AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura would be that match. It is really getting breezy in here now. Look at my French doors wide open. It's really, really cold. Ooh, really cold. Quick question for you guys out there. What are French doors called in France? Yeah, I'm just going to throw that one out there. Just going to throw that one out there. Anyway, the bell goes and we are underway. Nakamura versus Buddy. And so far, Buddy... And now he gets a chance to prove himself once again. And this would be a hell of a step up, wouldn't it? I mean, there's some really, really good results. And there's getting a victory here as well. I'm sure he beat Zack Sabre Jr. And I think he beat Jinder Mahal. A win against Shinsuke Nakamura would really be impressive. Where does Buddy Murphy fit in our universe mode? Not sure, to be honest. Not sure. Maybe Octane would be a nice place for him. We didn't use him last time, but I think Octane could be a decent place for him. As Nakamura now heads up to the middle ropes, dropping the double axe handle to the back of Buddy Murphy. Now Nakamura bringing Buddy Murphy middle of the ring, now drops into the pin. Only a one count, wow. Buddy Murphy kicking straight out of that bad boy. Murphy now stiff, right hand right in the gut of Nakamura. And a nice running elbow as well. Dropping a boot into the spine of Nakamura, now back up to his feet. Nakamura sending Murphy face first into the turnbuckle, and hoisted up onto the top as well. Murphy fighting back there with the elbow. Now into a nice diving Meteora, taking Nakamura down. Murphy now up onto the middle turnbuckle. Nice drop kick. And Murphy, instead of paying attention to Nakamura, which is what he should do, he's up on the turnbuckle taunting. What a boob. Murphy now still in control though. Murphy taking Nakamura up on his shoulders. Dropping him neck first across that top turnbuckle. And taking the leg of Nakamura as well, which is a clever maneuver. Of course, we know how much Nakamura likes to utilize his strikes. And by taking out that leg and that knee, it's really going to weaken his attacks. Nakamura, though, avoiding that dropkick again. Murphy just took too long thinking about it. Nakamura, legs over the edge. Looking for the superplex. Wow. Only enough for a 2 count though. Nice drop kick in the back. And Buddy Murphy is doing really well here actually. This would be insane. If this actually came back as a win for Buddy Murphy, then this would actually be insane. I mean, I know he's done well so far, but this would be incredible. Buddy Murphy once again bringing Nakamura back up to his feet. A boot in the gut. Followed up by a... That's almost like a pump handle Death Valley driver, that was, wasn't it? No. No. Oh my word, Buddy Murphy's done it again. How the hell is he doing this? Buddy freaking Murphy. And that could be a massive, massive difference in what happens in this group. That's 1 point lost by Japan. They needed this 5-0 win here this evening. They really needed it. But Buddy Murphy had completely different ideas. That is insane. Buddy Murphy, take a bow, my friend. Take a bow. And here is this big 6-man tag. That if Japan don't win this big 6-man tag, I fear they're out. I really do. They need to win it. They have to win it. They really have to win this one. There's no choice about it, to be honest. I'll tell you what, to be honest, I really want Japan to do well because I feel like to get the best out of our World Cup, we want to have the best teams involved. And for Japan to get knocked out early in the group stage would be amazing for teams like America and that, but it would be a disappointment for the actual competition itself. I want to see them do well. I want to see USA get a match against Japan. That would be amazing. Can you imagine that? Japan are not going to win the group though, so they're not really going to get that match, are we really? But you never know. And here comes Team Australia. Buddy Murphy there at the back. Absolutely insane competition he's having so far. He has really been outstanding. And he'll be hoping to continue that on here this evening. A win here for Australia would put them equal second in the group. But that would depend on England not getting a single point against India, which I can't see happening, to be honest with you. At this point in time, Japan are equal points with England. But again, if Japan do win here, they'll go 2 points ahead of England. So a 4-1 win for India against England would still make them go through, really, Japan. Here goes the fun now then, trying to understand where the action's coming from. It's coming from every single different angle at once. Okada neckbreaker there on Nick Millar, Shane Thorne on Nakamura, and Tanahashi taking down Buddy Murphy. Nice leg breaker there by Tanahashi. Death Valley driver by Okada, and then, oh nice, Phoenix clothesline there by Shane Thorne eventually. Nice elbow drop there by Nick Millar. But Okada is taking control of Shane Thorne, and Nakamura's got to be disappointed with himself so far. He's not had the best tournament, has he, really? As the match starts to break down now, but I feel like Japan is very much in control, and on paper they should be. They are the strongest team, aren't they, really? In this, well, one of the strongest teams in the competition. That's why I'm surprised they've done so badly, to be honest. That's neckbreaker here by Okada on Buddy Murphy. Shane Thorne's on the outside. Okada taking Nick Millar up the apron, or up the ramp, shall I say. Nice clothesline there by Buddy Murphy. I'm not quite sure Tanahashi's realised what's going on. He's just strutting around, making sure everyone's doing their job. And he's left it a situation now where it's 2-on-1 on Okada middle of the ring. Tanahashi finally realises what he's done and makes his way back into the ring to try and equal the numbers up. And it's a nice snap suplex straight away on Shane Thorne, but Buddy Murphy coming up behind Tanahashi, but no, Tanahashi able to avoid it. Shane Thorne with the suplex on Tanahashi as Buddy Murphy brings Okada back up to his feet, and Okada fighting back now though on Buddy Murphy. Up, looking for that tombstone power driver, and hits it as well, but all of Team Australia back of the ring now. Nakamura needs to take control of the situation. Oh, nice chop block there by Okada on Nick Miller, but Thorne taking Nakamura down. Tanahashi still down the outside. And now the numbers get evened up, but Team Australia are in control at this point in time. Oh, that was short-lived though, wasn't it? Sling blade there by Tanahashi on Shane Thorne. Buddy Murphy drops the outside as Okada hits the backdrop on Nick Miller. But Nick Miller back up on his feet, taking Okada down. But the numbers game now, it's 3-on-1 middle of the ring. Nakamura, nice sit-out Death Valley driver. As Okada now going for the STF. That's what won him his singles match earlier on. And Nakamura being blocked off. Or Nakamura blocking off, should I say, Shane Thorne. There's a high fly flow by Tanahashi on Buddy Murphy. That's got to be it, surely. Surely Japan's got this now. And there it is. Team Japan makes short, easy work of Team Australia. But is it going to be enough? That's the big question. That's a 4-1 victory for them. Which does put them top of the group temporarily. But of course, with 5 points up for grab between India and England, they're not going to win the group, are they? They can't win the group. But will they get second place? That's the big question. That is the big question. Right, we'll throw a league table up anyway. As you can see, slowly scrolling in from the bottom, top of the group now is Team Japan on 8 points. Second in the group, Team India on 7. Third, Team England on 6. And fourth, Team Australia on 4. Of course, India versus England to come for you in the next couple of days. 5 points up for grabs in that one. And Australia basically need a really one-sided match. Not Australia, sorry, Japan. I think Japan's ideal here would be for India to do well against England, because England need 2 points just to equal. England need 2 points to equal Japan, 3 points to knock them out. So it's not out of the question, but it is very much back and forth at this point in time. Japan are literally clinging on by the skin of their teeth, but will England and India knock them out in a few days' time? Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. The ones you do.